I wouldn't have gone ahead to mind about the result that came out from the game of Arsenal versus Manchester United, but the loss of Leny Yoro and Rasmus Hojlund was really a very huge concern for me because I know exactly what those boys really mean. 18 years of age, that is Leny Yoro and Rasmus Hojlund coming in through to obviously look good into that game, scoring in just 10 minutes and obviously getting injured because of the hamstring injury. And we all know to it that it has been his problem in the recent past. Apart from the back, the hamstring has always gone ahead, obviously coming through and disturbed the young lad. So welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And you know it very well that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to give an update about the injuries of these two players, and then he has also gone ahead to talk about the performance of United versus Arsenal, and he has talked about the Rasmus Hojlund goal before we obviously prepare to come live and really talk to you in here onto the United Matters channel. So let's see close to how many likes match on this video. 200 likes match on this video, and we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Now, this is Ten Hag, and this is what he had to say about Leny Yoro. He said, Leny Yoro and Hojlund, it's too early. We have to wait more than 24 hours to know more. We have been cautious, especially with Leny Yoro, who has only participated in 50% of the training sessions, meaning that the moment we put him in the game of Arsenal, before Ten Hag put him in the game of Arsenal, they knew exactly what the situation was for this guy, and things were not obviously doing or moving on well for the side of Leny Yoro, and the manager knew exactly that he really wasn't training fully, but he had to obviously get him on the pitch and see that he can get in those minutes and see how he's really gonna feel. And exactly the injury that might have gone ahead obviously affect Leny Yoro is not yet known for now, but we are waiting to see how that happens. But I was like, why did we obviously force him on the field of play? That is the huge question. If at all we felt like he has not been training well, yet we had other players to come in through and do the job. Harry Maguire, maybe John Evans would have gone ahead to start, and then Bennett and the man called Bennett and Fish would have gone ahead to come off the bench and really do a very wonderful job into the mix. So for me, my worry is that why did we force onto a player who we knew to it that he was training 50% and really had something not okay in there for you? And for that, I think Erik ten Hag is to blame, because why do you get on the player who knows himself that he's not really fit to play, and he has been training 50%, and you get him on the field of play? Was it a must that we had to obviously go ahead and really put him on the field of play? I think the answer is no. So for me, I believe we went ahead to obviously do a very bad mistake. For me, would have gone ahead to do better and would have gone ahead to do the needful right. So I think that's the problem that you're really having in here onto the United Matters channel. We need to not risk players in games like this, because this is just a preseason, and why would we go ahead and obviously risk a player? You understand? And his injury is really very, very, very bad, to an extent that it hasn't been really unknown for now, and John Evans has gone ahead to confirm to us about how worse this injury is. He said, you don't want any injuries, especially the preseason. It's one of those biggest things you're trying to avoid while also getting fit at the same time. We don't know how bad the injuries are. Muscle injuries aren't great. Rasmus hinted it was his hamstring. I'm not sure about Leny Yoro's. And for Rasmus Hojlund, it's a hamstring injury. It has been prosounded, or it has been pronounced by very many people, and we saw to it that it's the player that came up and told us that he's really having a hamstring injury, and he really said it's a precaution, let me get off the field of play. And remember, the last time he forced himself to stay on the field of play, you know what happened? It kept him out for like 2-3 weeks into the game. I think it was the game of, was it Aston Villa, where he had gone ahead to score a brace and he sat at the halfway of the pitch. You understand? So for Leny Yoro, it's not yet known. It's not yet known, and it is really very hard to really allocate what is really his problem. And Ten Hag is like, we need 24 hours to really give the duration of these players they are going to be spending out. And there is a blessing in disguise in this, that the moment you see these injuries coming in through, you have to obviously come in through and really put in a shift and really understand that now we have to go into full speed or full pelt to obviously get in another central defender. That is it. Because for the striker, you can have Marcus Rashford, you can have Joshua Zexi, you understand? But for the central defenders, you'll be left with Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, and John Evans, of which Harry Maguire is proving to be injury prone as he obviously comes to the late career or the late years of his career. Evans also cannot obviously be readily available. Lindelof has shown us that he's really injured, hasn't gone ahead to kick a ball this preseason. Then for the player called Lisandro Martinez, he has been playing well, and you never know what is going to happen when he returns to the club of Manchester United, because ever since he played against, I think, ever since he played against, because he returned when you're playing, was it Arsenal? And he played against Newcastle. Then he had to play against Brighton, Man City. He went ahead to play 2 friendlies for Argentina, you understand. And he went ahead to continue playing very many games. And he has never found himself in a situation of really getting injured. He has been fit, and we wait to see how he's really going to look when he obviously returns to the club of Manchester United. That is Lisandro Martinez, meaning that you're going to be having a void of one central defender, especially if at all Harry Maguire and Lindelof are really kept. So we need to obviously speed up the situation of Matthias de Ligt to get to the team of Manchester United and really have these defenders who are really elite and ready to obviously get us to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United. And good news is that we are getting in a deal of a player called we are getting the deal done of a player called we are getting a deal done for a player called Mazurui, you get, from Bayern Munich. That means we'll have a very good cover-up for Diego Dallo and the left backs for the club of Manchester United. And if all goes well, in our next game that we're going to play, or the game we're going to play against Liverpool, he might be already a signee of the club of Manchester United, because we're in the US. If everything is done and dusted, fly to Carrington, do the medical, fly to where we call the USA, into the mix for the club of Manchester United, and looks like it's going to be the third signing for the club of Manchester United. More details are really going to be coming in through very, very soon when I obviously launch the live stream. Then Ten Hag has said a very good match on both sides, but in the first half I thought we were the better team. We scored a very good goal. We also had other good chances before conceding the goal, which was offside. Obviously, I believe that United really had a very good first half, because the players that he had could easily match those players of Arsenal, especially in the talent of wavelength. And you saw to it that when Rasmus Hojlund got off the field of play, our attack line was really weakened, because we are playing with a false number 9 known as Hannibal, something that no manager wouldn't have gone ahead to love. And I tell you, if Rasmus Hojlund was on the pitch for those remaining 15 minutes for the first half, I think he would have gone ahead to cause a lot of turmoil to the club of Arsenal, and I believe he would have gone ahead to do the needful. So for me, I see now the style of football that we're going to be playing, transition football that is really fast, and we want to transit and really do some quick passing from the back. And I think if Lisandro Martinez returns in that team and Leny Yoro maybe gets fit, we are going to be a very good side. If at all we get in the Ugates in the midfield, because they're also press-resistant players and they can do that quick passing to release the players they believe that are really good to go into the mix. So that is it through coming in through from Erik Ten Hag, and he's talked about the following into the second half. That he said it was different. It was the first time they played together. There was a player, Scanlon, who was playing fullback for the first time in his life. It's not easy. I think on the second goal, we could have helped him a little bit. For the second goal, I really came out and really complained about it, that the spaces were really huge. And you ask yourself, where was Anthony by the time Martinelli was really trying to go past that young boy, because he had to be tracking back, you understand? Then, when you look at the central defense, they had given themselves yards of space that Martinelli went ahead, obviously, cut inside and put in a shot. And I was like, why didn't Fish or Bennett, why didn't Bennett or Evans lay his body down to block that shot of Martinelli? Because Martinelli, after really taking off Scanlon, you know what happened? He really did nothing else apart from really shooting at the back of the net. That is Scanlon, who was playing as a fullback for the very first time for the club of Manchester United. But good enough, they are not the first players, and these are the just academy players, but it's good to see them. And I believe if you had Dallo into the mix, Lisandro Martinez, and maybe Leny Yoro in the defense, nothing would have gone here to happen to obviously cost us. So I believe we can do a better team, and with more signings coming in through, we are really destined for some good stuff in there for you. Then a player called Erik ten Hag came out and really said the following about Hojlund's goal. He said, in these conditions in these kinds of situations, he's very strong. He's a threat to every central defense. That is Leny Yoro. So that is Rasmus Hojlund for you. And I told you that is his trademark. That is his signature run that he really makes. And when he really goes past you, you can't really find him. And that's why we are going to be missing him. If it only takes like 2 weeks to obviously return into the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United, because with 2 games to go, you anticipate that the manager is going to come out and really give us some huge updates as we play against Rio Betis. And let me see, when are we playing against Rio Betis? Manchester United, where are you at? Get me your fixtures in here. More fixtures. 1st August, right? That's when you're going to be playing against Rio Betis. 1st August. So if you're going to be playing against Rio Betis on the 1st August, meaning that we are having today 28th, 29th, 30th, and I think on the 31st, that's when Erik ten Hag will come out and really give us a huge detailed update onto how these players are really acting and what results they've gone ahead to get from the scans, and maybe how long they're really going to be out, because he's a man who speaks out everything. So you guys, your thoughts on Leny Yoro Hojlund injury update are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about what Erik ten Hag is going to say about the team of Manchester United and how we're here to play against a team called Arsenal into the mix? Rock and David is my name. First video of the day. You can call it second because we came up and we did the live stream in the morning. We out. See you later, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you and bless you abundantly. We out.